Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Yes, Phil. Not only because Peter Garrett is as iconic as the Opera House, but it's a great excuse to bring up one of Brendan Jones's early radio moments that's, slightly bum-clenching, and I do enjoy listening to it again and again and again.
Yeah.
Okay, Peter, this is the second final question in this list of interrogation, you might call it. Just pretend people up here have never heard of Midnight Oil. What would you tell a person that's never heard of Midnight Oil? What can they expect?
Well, it's not country and western.
I love that answer.
Well, look, in the midst of all that, we have
Thanks
Peter
for that.
Garrett on the line. Hello, Peter.
Hi, Amanda. Hi, Jonesy.
I got a bit fangirly.
And that's fair enough too. So, Pete, you're going to be performing at Taronga Zoo. I love these series of concerts. Because
me too.
Is there anything more atmospheric than being surrounded by all those animals? It must feel amazing.
No, it's incredible. You can see the giraffes, And it's actually, you're absolutely right, man. It's a fantastic gig. And, I thought about it when we were setting up this little run, and I was really happy that we, get a chance to get in there and play. I mean, in terms of the backdrop, staggering, great feel. Yeah, you've got all the zoo animals around you, so you can take a bit of a drift down memory lane when you were a kid or whatever, and I still love all that stuff. But it's a really special, but it's quite a nice natural amphitheatre as well. It's actually one of the most special and brilliant places to play in the city, I think.
Do the animals respond to the music?
Well, we have to. There is a sound dB thing around sound check, and we have to be finished by a certain time so they can get their shut eye.
Right.
So I'm thinking the answer to that is yes.
Yeah.
The extent to which I don't really know, but, I guess you've got to say yes.
Because that's a great place, because my daughter's decided she wants to get married at Taronga Zoo. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, well, that joint ain't cheap, that's for sure.
Oh, how charming of you, Brendan.
Well,
whatever you want,
Pete's
sweet
got
pea,
daughters,
I
he
think is the
understands.
answer you say.
It's not cheap.
Well, I mean, of all the places that you play, when you play outside, especially, I mean, I love playing outside, I mean, I love the environment and all of that, and it's really special for me. And I think sound does something pretty good outside. It doesn't necessarily come bouncing back at you. And then to play in your own hometown in a place which is very, very special, that's another added plus. I think some of the proceeds for this goes towards the native species veterinary training hospital thing that they're starting to set up there. That's a very cool thing. And, you just end up having a really good night there, and people seem very chilled when they come along. And, of course, they're gazing at whatever's happening in the rest of the city, but they're in the sanctuary, as it were, of the animal kingdom, and they're listening to Aussie music.
Because you're performing with the Alter Egos. Tell us about them.
Oh, look, it's the side band when the Oils weren't or aren't playing. And I still really felt, particularly after the last run, when we came off the Great Circle, and it ended up being much bigger than expected, and we ended up playing in, all sorts of parts of the world, which was, it was terrific. But when I got back and we finished the big run, it was weird. I just really felt like I had a lot of juice, a lot of energy, a lot of tingly going on. And I thought, I better use it up in case it runs out. So I dived in and did another record. Martin Rossi from Midnight Oil came to play with me, and having Martin there, it just makes it very special, because we don't have to talk to one another. We just look at one another and we know what we want to do.
Yeah.
A couple of my daughters are singing. They've got their own little band as well, Rain Talker, but they're up on stage with Dad, and Dad is pretty happy about that, I have to tell you.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's sweet. It's great. It's seriously great. And, I never expected it. You and I, we've been yarning to one another on and off for years, so you've seen all the many stages, and I really am genuinely surprised that I still feel an absolute passion and drive to perform. And I don't know how long it's going to last, but while it's there, I know I have to use it.
Yeah.
Well, you still get the tingling.
You got to get the tingling.
Yeah, exactly.
The tingling's always there. That's not waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning needing to go for a wee.
Well, there's probably that tingling as well.
There's always that tingling. How are you feeling about the election coming? Are you dipping your hand into the politics, or are you totally away from it?
No, look, people would know my views pretty clearly. I think more than anything else, I want us to respect one another and respect the planet. It sounds like an absolute statement of the bleeding obvious, but let's just do that. And whoever's going to do that the best and give us the opportunity to be the kind of people that work well together and appreciate what Australia's really got to offer, they're going to have my vote. It's very dangerous out there with Trump. He's a genuine nasty. And even though our politicians, for obvious reasons, can't call it out, we're in a world of pain globally, and they are in a world of terrifying yuck in the States. So managing that's going to be difficult. And I think at the end of the day, we're seeing a swing away from the idea that either a government could do something which is good for us or people can do good stuff for one another. And I don't accept that, I think a reason a lot of people love living in Australia, want to be here, are proud of being Australian, is because we've made a reasonable fist of it. Sure, there's stuff we can do better.
It's just everything seems so complicated these days.
It's exhausting.
We can always just go and see Pete playing at Taronga Zoo, and maybe you could put in a good word for me for my daughter's wedding or something, mate.
Oh, try and get Jonesy a freebie. Oh, dreadful.
I didn't say a freebie. I'm
Brendan,
not asking Peter Garrett for a freebie.
Pay for your daughter's wedding. Come
no,
on.
I'm just like, Tickets for all shows are on sale now from Twilight at taronga.org.au. Peter Garrett, it's always a treat.
Jonesy, thank you very much. Amanda, lots of love.
You too. Thanks, Pete.